Hello boys, welcome back to another session of video tutorials. This session is meant for class 11th biology students and this is meant for 28th August 2020. Our memory helps us in linking about what we have studied in our previous sessions to the present so that the entire concept will be understood in toto. We have been discussing about breathing and exchange of gases in humans as well as animals. And in that, we have been talking about the influence of partial pressure of oxygen and partial pressure of carbon dioxide in order to make the gases breathe in and breathe out. So, along with the partial pressures, we were also talking about the process called diffusion and in relation to atmospheric pressure, how things will help internally. Thanks to anatomy of the lungs, and particularly alveolar membranes, which help us in breathing oxygen and carbon dioxide effortlessly. Along with this, we also understand in this session that our brain plays crucial role in maintaining and controlling respiration as well as breathing. So there are specific centers in our brain which will control both these processes. Let's study that. So, regulation of respiration. Human beings have significant ability to maintain and moderate the respiratory rhythm to suit the demands of the body tissues. This is done by neural system, nervous system. A specialized center present in the medulla region of the brain called respiratory rhythm center is primarily responsible for this regulation. So it is respiratory rhythm center in the brain, particularly medulla. Another center present in the pons region of the brain is called Pneumotaxic Center, can moderate the functions of the respiratory rhythm center. Neural signal from this center can reduce the duration of inspiration and thereby alter the rate of respiration. A chemosensitive area is situated adjacent to the rhythm center, which is highly sensitive to CO2 and H+ ions. Increase in these substances can activate this center, which in turn can signal the rhythm center to make necessary adjustments in the respiratory process by which these substances can be eliminated. Now, where are the centers? Here are the centers. This is the medulla of our brain, medullary region, and you can see the pons area also. So you can identify in the medulla region respiratory group, ventral respiratory group, and there is a nerve going, vagus nerve and glossopharyngeal. Now dorsal respiratory group, inspiration, and pro-Basinger complex, So abdominal and intercostal muscles and the diaphragm will be controlled. So there is a signal from first pneumotaxic center from the pons, and that signal goes to apneistic center, that is in a positive way. The apneistic center makes the medulla region, that is ventral respiratory group, to get activated, and through the nerves, through neuron system, the abdominal and intercostal muscles along with the diaphragm will activate, so we are getting the output. And where are these exactly located in the brain? So this is the human brain, and you can see the respirator centers, and you got that pons area, medulla oblongata, and of course medulla oblongata continues as our spinal cord. So in the pons area you can see pneumotaxic area, and second, just below that pneumotaxic area you got what is called apneistic area, and the medulla, we said just now, maintains the rate of respiration, that is medullary rhythmicity area. How much inspiration, how much expiration, what is its rate will be decided by the signals that we get from this area. So a specialized center present in the medulla region of the brain is called respiratory rhythm center. It is primarily responsible in regulating respiration process. Another center present in the pons region of the brain is called Pneumotaxic Center. This can moderate the functions of respiratory rhythm center. Neural signals from this center can reduce the duration of inspiration and thereby alter the rate of respiration. A chemosensitive area is situated adjacent to the rhythm center. The chemo center we just now showed now here. Yes, the chemo center area is situated next to this, and the chemosensitive area is situated adjacent to rhythm center. And rhythm center is highly sensitive to CO2 and hydrogen H plus ions. Okay, and increase in these substances, that is CO2 and H plus, activates this center, activates chemosensitive area, which in turn signals the rhythm center to make necessary adjustments in the respiratory process, by which these substances can be eliminated. CO2 can be eliminated. Receptors associated with aortic arch and carotid artery also recognize changes in CO2 and H plus concentration and send necessary signals to rhythm center for remedial action, because the role of oxygen in the regulation of respiratory rhythm is quite insignificant. So this is how the brain plays a crucial role in controlling the orders. And we have got what is called disorders associated with respiratory system. In that, most important is emphysema. Normally every time this is asked, emphysema is asked. So first we start off with very common one in our day-to-day life. In our own native places, you must have seen people having asthma. It's a difficulty in breathing because of wheezing due to inflammation of bronchi and bronchioles. And of course, some believe that it is genetic, it's a genetic disease. And some believe that it is because of non-compliance of certain substances. Like somebody inhales pollen grains, immediately they have the difficulty. So it's a sort of allergic reaction, asthma. And emphysema is a chronic disorder in which alveolar walls are damaged, due to which respiratory surface is decreased. One of the major causes of this is cigarette smoking. This is what I wanted to emphasize. When we are studying something, we should not study only for the sake of exams or only for the sake of marks or some degrees and awards. We must study in order to make our life healthy and happy. And cigarette smoking is one of the negative factors that make people's life horrible. But by the time people realize that it is very damaging, I think the D-Day is crashed. Hence one must take precautions, and in case somebody around you is smoking, with your knowledge in biology, please give them advice and make them. So emphysema is a chronic disorder and it damages alveoli, the walls of the alveoli, and this will make the alveoli close. And when we take the X-ray of that, sometimes an X-ray is taken, we understand that the X-ray reveals that the inflammation or abnormal distension of alveolar walls can be seen in the X-ray. And cigarette smoking and inhalation of other smoke and toxic substances over a period of time causes damaging septa between the alveoli, and its elastic tissue is replaced, and this causes damage. And the connective tissue in the lungs also gets damaged. Hence respiratory surface decreases, thus causing the emphysema. It causes shortness of breath, production of sputum, and chronic bronchitis. So the bronchus gets affected. So in certain industries also you must have seen, particularly coal, glass industry, in certain industries, especially those involving grinding, stone breaking, so much dust is produced. I'm sure all of you must have seen movies related to this, and this dust that is produced, the defense mechanism of body cannot fully cope with that situation. Long exposure can give rise to inflammation leading to fibrosis of the lungs, and this causes severe damage to the lungs. So workers in such industry should wear protective masks. So these are the disorders related to respiratory system. One must take care of this, otherwise there will be some dangers, some destruction. And particularly teachers like us, normally occupational disorders, we use chalk, and the chalk dust also enters inside us, and it is continuous accumulation of the chalk dust can also lead to blockage of respiratory system. And the people working in coal mines, and people working in glass industry, people working in mining particularly, you have seen that KGF movie, so it's all leading to the blockage of alveoli. A blockage of alveoli will damage the lungs. Hence, keep our lungs safe. If our lungs are open, without any blockages, without any fibrosis, we are almost 100% healthy. So take care of your lungs, breathe properly, and have good respiration. We'll be having lot of glucose, and lot of glucose means